Hello, welcome back to This Podcast Takes Tokens. I'm Ryan.
I'm Deric.
There we go. We're two brothers here talking about all the things we grew up with. And before we get into today's show, we are going to talk our retro ramble that I asked you last week. And the question was, what is your Mount Rushmore of action movies? And I'll let you go first.
Man, this was a swinging for the fences with this one. I really feel like we should go back and forth. There's four or five slots, depending on how you look at it.
4 slots. Yep.
So I think we can go back and forth on this one and just kind of list them off. I'm going to give you my first one real quick. Jackie Chan. I feel like he for me, notches out Bruce Lee, due just to the sheer volume of work that he has under his belt. I feel like if Bruce Lee had been able to stick around with us, then it would be a lot closer race. But Jackie Chan, man, he's got a ton of film. Like he has, I would almost say single-handedly helped develop the Hong Kong film industry and keep that going and made it into what it is today, and he's got so much work under his belt and he continues to do action movies. Like he just did another Karate Kid movie. So for me, the first one is going to go to Jackie Chan. How about
Fair
you?
enough. So we took this two different ways. I was meaning action movies, and I guess you took it as action actors.
Oh yes, I heard.
So
you did. I did even write down action movies, but I don't know. I was thinking the stars themselves for some reason.
Okay. Well, I didn't put any stars. If you want to go ahead and go through your stars, then we can go with the movies. Yeah.
No, okay. You go.
Although okay, I can do it. I can do it off the top of my head. Okay.
Yeah, can you?
Schwarzenegger, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, he's on there.
No doubt, absolutely.
Yeah. He's on there for me as well. The gold star, the standard. What action stars are, with a great sense of humor too. Like I think he did it. He knocks down Sylvester Stallone just because I feel like he has a better sense of humor about it. He has a better emotional IQ, if you will, about the state of being an action star, and he's had quite the journey over the past few years. I feel like as well, like a few decades rather. Come a long ways and done a lot with the genre, with the roles, expanded into comedies and other things quite well. So yeah, I would agree. Arnold Schwarzenegger, gold standard. What do you got for your next one? Give me one. I've given you two.
Say Bruce Willis.
Same.
There we go. How can you have Bruce Willis on there? I mean, for Die Hard alone, and then you've got like Last Boy Scout. Fifth Element,
absolutely. He's the everyman.
Yeah,
he's the hero we can all be.
Yep.
That's what gets him on there. Yeah, he's the true north moral compass of characters, often righteous and true, and he's what we can aspire to be in an action star. So I would agree, Bruce Willis. Yeah, very good. I'll let you go again because you just plucked another one of mine.
Here's one you probably don't have on here, and this person does not have a lot of action movies under their belts.
Okay.
Sigourney Weaver.
That's a good one. I couldn't make a female work. I just couldn't do it with everybody that's out there. I was thinking maybe Charlize Theron. Even what's her name? Tomb Raider.
Angelina Jolie.
Yes. Breath of work under their belts. But for me, the final fourth slot went to Clint Eastwood. It was close, but it went to Clint Eastwood. Somebody who's crossed again multiple genres, decades of work, continuing to work. He's even crossed over different roles. Writer, director, producer, actor. A very well-rounded action star, and that's my fourth one.
Yeah,
would have been Clint Eastwood.
I'd say, because I'm having to do this off the top of my head.
Yeah,
Van Damme.
I thought about that, but I feel like he fell off too quick. Like if he was still doing stuff, then I could see the argument there.
Yeah.
And I purposely left off anybody I looked at it as Mount Rushmore of actors, and I left off anybody more recent. I was going with people who have an established track record and things like that. And maybe over the next couple of years, maybe the next decade, we could see the likes of maybe Keanu Reeves, Carl Urban, The Rock, Charlize Theron, Tom Hardy, Ryan Gosling, Michael B. Jordan, or even Matt Damon, Idris Elba making a run at one of these slots.
John Cena,
sure.
I could see him go on there.
John Cena, yeah. But for now, I don't feel like they have. I feel like you need somebody that at least started in the 80s, I would say, to earn their spot on here. But I also had Will Smith as my, because the Rushmore is the 4 slots.
Yeah.
I've always talked about doing a 5th one. Like, who are we going to put up there as the 5th president? And if there was a 5th slot, I would give it to Will Smith as the fresh face. He's the youngest of them all. But he's been able to kind of muscle his way into this action star role. And if anybody could leverage for a 5th slot on Mount Rushmore, I think it's Will Smith.
Fair enough.
For sure. That's kind of how I looked at it. I'm curious now, what are your movies? Because I completely whiffed on this one.
That's okay. All right. So my Mount Rushmore of action movies, the cream of the crop.
Yeah.
Terminator 2.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. I mean, it's Terminator 2. Aliens. That's why I put Sigourney Weaver on there.
Yeah.
Aliens.
Yes.
Alien is
a horror
movie.
Yeah. Okay.
Aliens that's a full on action movie. You got the Marines and everything in there, and I don't care if like the xenomorphs aren't like shooting back at them. Like it's an action.
It's
movie.
It's still something to fight, to battle.
Yes. Die Hard, obviously. Yeah. I thought about that. I'm like, gosh, should I put Die Hard on there? Because there's a lot of good action movies. I was debating between Die Hard and True Lies.
True Lies is a good one.
Yeah, it's really good. But I thought, Die Hard's just so iconic. Yeah. I know. And then my last one's one you may not have heard of. It's The Raid.
I've heard of it. I haven't seen it. I've heard of it.
Oh my gosh. Like, that is just balls to the wall action the whole way through. And it is it's so much fun to watch. Like, the story's kind of just like secondary. It's like, okay. But the action it keeps you glued it never lets
up. That's what inspired the John Wick movies, isn't it?
I believe that's right. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
haven't seen it, but I've heard nothing but great things. And maybe one day I'll get around to it.
Yeah.
When's the 20th anniversary?
I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. I don't remember what year it came out. I think it was like, had to have been like the early 2010s or something. So you got a little bit. But.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. All right. Well, let us know what your Mount Rushmore of action movies or action actors is.
Take it either way. How would you take it?
Take it both ways. Yeah. So leave it in the comments, and we'd love to read it. We're going to get the show started right after our intro here.
That's right. 37. Your local video store card.
A comic book in your back pocket.
Games with no tutorials.
Music you had to discover.
And drinking water straight from the hose.
These are the things us millennials remember fondly. We are the Jennings brothers.
Join us after the streetlights come on
as we race our bikes from the top of the hill
right down memory lane.
Exchange those quarters because this podcast takes tokens. Okay, I got to admit, you took my intro a little bit. I was going to come back on here and simply say 37 tokens, but I didn't. And here I am. Gosh darn it! Well, I guess it's. Yeah, I get that's what we get. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I was trying to think of like what you could possibly like if I was doing the intro, what would I possibly pull out to do as the intro? And I couldn't come up with anything. So
I was really working on like, I'm not even supposed to be here today.
Oh,
but
that's a good one. Yeah.
I couldn't figure out a way to hit that. So I was like, 37 tokens.
Yeah.
Anyway. If you haven't guessed it, we're talking Clerks today from 1994, October 19th, 1994 to be exact. The Kevin Smith classic, the one that really started this whole, what do they call it? What do they call this universe?
It's the View Askewniverse.
There we go. Great movie. Gosh.
Yeah.
Great movie. Budget of $27,000.
Infamously, $27,000.
He paid for with maxing out credit cards, borrowing money from friends and family, and selling his comic book collection.
Yep. I know. That's a sad one.
Which
but he got it. He bought them all back.
Oh,
so.
Had to have bought them back. Yeah. Had to have. Yeah. But he earned. It's earned. Do you want to take a guess what this earned?
Well, I mean, because I know that it came out, it did like Cannes, and it kind of had like an independent film release. So are we talking like box office numbers, or it's got to be box office numbers, right?
Box office numbers for like when it was
I don't think, well, I know it was a hit, but I don't know that it did gangbusters at the box office. I would venture to guess somewhere in the single millions, 5 to 10.
It was 3 million. 3 million.
Okay.
Which still on a $27,000 budget.
Or on 27,000. Yeah. That's fantastic.
That's great. That's great. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Rotten Tomato scores on this. You want to guess what the tomato meter was?
I don't think the critics were particularly kind, I can see, but I think the audience would have been kinder. So I'm guessing this is probably a 60 critic, 70 popcorn. Where am I at?
Wow,
no?
You're way off. You're way off.
Oh man,
tomato. I'll give the popcorn meter first. Popcorn meter. Audience reviews 89%.
Okay, higher.
89.
Good. I like that.
Tomato meter 90%.
Really?
90.
Wow.
Yes.
I would have guessed that the critics were a little harsher, but
nope, they loved it.
All right.
As did I. It's a fun rewatch, but we were texting back and forth yesterday, or was it the day before? I can't remember. But you were saying like you briefly thought about watching this with your son, and then you're like, well,
probably not.
It's probably not appropriate.
No.
And me watching this again, I responded to you like, I don't even know if it was appropriate for me to watch, like at 38 years old.
Yeah.
This is, if you are easily offended by movies, or you just don't like foul-mouthed, just
language or content,
raunchy stuff. This is not the movie for you. This is not the movie for you.
It's mostly just like talking about things, though. There's not a whole lot of like visual to any of this. It's it's mostly just like the words are using, like we said whenever we watched the trailer before. It's surprising that they were able to slice together a trailer that was articulate enough to get a point across with the dialogue, because it seems like every third word is a swear word.
Oh yeah.
So,
and most of it's Randal, to be fair. It's
this is true. Yes.
And Jay,
Randal or Jay.
Yeah.
Sometimes the customers.
Yes, sometimes the customers. But
yes.
The movie works. In spite of all that, it flows so well, and it's really like, to me, this is like the first like slice of life movie that I remember watching.
Oh, okay.
And I remember like in high school, everybody was telling me, "Oh, you gotta watch some Kevin Smith movies." I'm like, "Who the heck is Kevin Smith? I have no idea who Kevin Smith is." And they said, and then they went on, "Oh, I did Clerks." I don't know. Mallrats. No.
Don't know.
Dogma. I have no idea. So then a buddy of mine was like, all right, you're coming to my house and we're going to watch some Kevin Smith movies.
We're going to marathon it. Yeah.
Yes.
That's how it always goes. That's how you're in.
Yeah.
That's how everybody's first intro is. Unless you were, in your 20s when this came out, your first intro is probably, hey, we're going to go somebody who's a little, what's the word I'm looking for here? Pop culturally more advanced than you is going to say, hey, let me introduce you to Kevin Smith. And they're going to start with Clerks or Mallrats. One of the two depends on, their personality type and all that. And then they're going to run the gamut on the first three and then probably roll you into Dogma, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back if you're still hanging around. And then maybe from there, I don't know where you would go from there.
Clerks 2.
Clerks 2. That's a good one. Yeah. And then after that, I don't know. I'm not entirely sure.
Chasing Amy. I guess there's Chasing Amy in there. I liked Chasing Amy, but it's a different kind of movie.
It's a different emotional beat.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
For sure. Yeah.
So we'll definitely have to.
It's a little more. It's a little more grown up. I feel like as far as like the original View Askew trilogy, as it's called, Mallrats, Clerks, Chasing Amy. It's a little more. It's kind of like Clerks is kind of like you're still in high school. Clerks is like just out of high school. Yep. Mallrats is like you're still in high school, and Chasing Amy is like you've just got done with college and you're figuring out life. Like that's kind of like emotionally where I feel like those movies all kind of exist.
Yeah.
For the viewing audience.
Yeah. And
but yeah, it's a fun trip going back down memory lane, checking out these this movie right here in particular. Definitely I'm raring, itching to go back and watch Mallrats now.
Yeah.
Clerks 2 even.
Yeah.
Which I think I put on our list and it's about a year away from being on the 20.
We're definitely on the 20th anniversary. We'll definitely have to.
Yeah, because it'll be next year. We could do the 20th on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. So yeah, like for me, first time watching it, I think I was in high school, and a friend of mine was like, "Oh, you gotta check this out." And we did like a sleepover or something one night, and we watched this in Mallrats, and that's how it goes.
Yeah, yeah. And then it almost becomes like, at least to me, like. It almost became like a religion for a while. It was like you
like this is what I want to grow up to be in 4 years.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, and it's I don't know, like the whole just the way Kevin Smith writes dialogue is very.
It's Gilmore Girls natural. For boys.
Yeah. But I think like it's also very natural. Like you maybe not the way it's delivered sometimes, but I feel like it's very much like this is how early 20-year-old guys talk.
Yeah, like, it's almost stream of conscious the way he writes it. It feels like he's just thinking, we're gonna have this conversation, and I said this thing, and like he's just recounting like the day and like what happened. For sure. Yeah. I like how you equate it to it was like a religion when you first discover it.
It is.
Very much so was. It very much so is. Yeah. There's like, you're making references and like you're kind of living it and you're rewatching this movie so many times when you first discover it. This, and especially like this and Mallrats, and you're watching the two of them and you're catching all the little references and in-jokes between them because they are in a shared universe. This is probably the first shared universe movie that I remember experiencing and thinking, this is fantastic. Like they wrote these movies so that they all kind of like they cross over and they go back and forth, and then like as they continue they layer that on so much thicker with every passing movie. And it's just been I didn't know before this movie that I enjoyed it so much, and then after this and the other movies, that whole shared universe thing is such a, when done well, it's such a great thing to have within a movie. It gives the movie so much more context beyond the film that you're actually watching. Yeah. And it just makes it infinitely more enjoyable, I feel, at least.
Well, it does. I mean, I think if you look at anything that is like out right now that has a shared, like when people find out it's got a shared universe, like especially if they hide it in an Easter egg and you see something like, oh my gosh, like this isn't a movie or anything, but there's a game that I played, I don't know, a couple years ago called Gone Home. And you're just like, you come home and you're like trying to piece together like just what happened to your family and all this stuff. But there's like a little Easter egg in there. Like you have to like, I don't even remember how to find it, but it's like some really deep digging. But basically it puts this game in the same universe as the BioShock games.
Oh, okay.
And but I remember like somebody online found it and they started posting it, and then it gained traction and people started looking for this, and you're just like, whoa, this is just incredible. Like, but it's the same way. Like, you look at the the Marvel universe, like that's all connected, and it's fun to be able to like, oh, this one character from, I don't know, Captain America or something just shows up for like a 30-second scene, in here, and then they're gone. You're like,
a plot point.
Yeah. It's so fun.
Just them delivering the plot point makes it even more.
Yep.
Like thickens that plot point, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I would agree.
Yeah. Did you know that Disney owns this movie now?
Yeah, because they own
weird?
Miramax.
Yeah, that's so weird. Yeah,
that's crazy.
I want to see this at Disneyland.
The funny thing is that they bought Miramax, and so they own this, right? But they did not buy Dogma. They didn't want it as part of the package. So Harvey Weinstein ended up owning that for a while, and has recently been acquired by some other company, and Kevin Smith is out there now finally re-releasing Dogma to the wild, so we'll be able to do Dogma shortly, because I think it's coming to home video in the next like month or so. So I'm looking forward to that one as well. I think Dogma was probably one of my favorites as far as like the Kevin Smith films, and I have not seen it in so long because it's not available anywhere to stream.
Yeah,
I can't watch it anywhere.
Mm-mm.
And I got to bust out my old DVD if I want to watch it.
Yeah.
Because they didn't even do a Blu-ray on it.
Oh, did they not? Really?
No, they never did. No, because of Disney didn't want anything to do with it, and all that. So
yeah, I mean it took a lot of heat when it came out.
It did. Yeah,
it did. But
one of my favorites is like Kevin Smith would go and stand outside the theater with the protesters holding the signs protesting his own film.
Yeah,
and would do like interviews with like the local news who didn't know who he was and everything. He's like, oh man, I just showed up because they said this movie is awful, so I'm here to support them or whatever. It just shows like how genius and great Kevin Smith is as a writer and director on these things. But I love me a good Kevin Smith story. He's so great at just like spinning a good yarn. There's like a whole series of like college tours he did where he goes around and he tells like stories from his life and like all these other things that happened, and they're great. If you ever get a chance, you should go check them out. But we'll get back to Clerks now. Sorry.
Yeah. So I never noticed. Of course, it's been a while since I watched this, but I've seen it several times. I never noticed though the beginning when Randall gets called into work.
Dante
gets called into work. He says call Randall.
Yeah.
He tells them to call Randall to have him come in instead.
Because I don't want to, because I closed last night.
Yeah, I closed last night. Gosh, I got a game at 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'll be in at noon.
Yeah.
Liar. Absolute liar. As soon as I found out that my manager had lied to me and just went to Vermont, I'd have been like, done. I quit right now. Locking the store up, going home.
That's why he played hockey on the roof, because screw it. If he's gonna do this and go away to Vermont, we're gonna play hockey on the roof.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, there's not that much room on the roof. How are you playing a good hockey game on the roof? And how is nobody not falling off? Like,
I would not do that.
Full contact sport.
I mean, I know they're like just on like a 1-story building, but there's no way, absolutely not. I would not. And they're on their blades.
Yes.
Yeah. Like there's no way. At least the other guy, the jerk that comes up there and like knocks the thing, out of the park, he's in his shoes. Like, I feel like I have a little more control with shoes than I would with rollerblades on.
Right.
Man, I don't know. I can't imagine that's like easy to skate on. Like, you've been on a tarry roof
it's
before.
rough. Yeah, it's spongy and rough. I mean, speaking of the guy that he plays in the tennis shoes, you notice that that's Scott Mosier. He plays like multiple characters in the movie.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And he yells down to himself about them playing hockey.
Yeah.
Which is one of my favorite things is like that little bit of movie magic that he pulls off, like having these people playing multiple characters and in some instances interacting with themselves in the past, because like he came back and they filmed that towards the end after Scott shaved so that he could be like a completely different character, which is just like, that's a level of planning and executing on something that I feel like just escapes me. I don't know that I would have the forethought to be like, oh yeah, and then you can come back at the end after you've shaved and you can play this other character. And if we do these other things, you can play multiple characters. And it's pretty, like, I didn't notice it the first probably couple of years that I'd seen the movies until somebody pointed it out to me. Or Walt Flanagan playing.
Yep, Walt's in there.
Like
three,
5 or 6 different characters.
Is it 5 or 6? It's a lot of them. Yeah.
Yeah, he plays the most of all of, like, but his are pretty, like, I noticed his right away. At least like 3 or 4 of them, because there's not much. He didn't really do much to hide him. Like some of them, it's just like you can just barely see the side of his face, but his voice is the same. Or, and there was like 2 of them where he's head on, and I think it's just like one of them he's wearing glasses and one of them he's not.
Yeah.
But it's fun. It's fun. I mean, that's what you would do if it was you and your friends, anyways.
Well, and on a budget of $27,000, like, your friends are, can you help me out with this? Like, I was reading that Jason Mewes, like, he wanted to be in the movie, but he didn't want have to memorize a lot of dialogue. So that's why they created Jay, and then of course Silent Bob came in there. But and I was reading that he's basically playing himself when he was like in middle school and high school. Like he would just be just a
motor mouth
like that. Yeah. And I think that's great. Like, and he's made a career off of it. Like, it's like when you think about Kevin Smith movies, like the first thing you think about is Jay and Silent Bob. Like,
absolutely.
They just carry on through everything. And,
they're the connecting through line to all of it.
Yep.
Yeah. And talking about Jay and Silent Bob, Bob right there with him, Kevin Smith, who originally wrote the part of Randal for himself. He wanted to play the part of Randal. That's why he says Randal has all the best lines. But then quickly realized that he can't both direct and be in it because it's just too demanding on both sides. And they're doing this in like 21 days. So he just opts to do the Silent Bob part because he can just kind of like show up and do things. And also did it so that he could be there with Jay and feed Jay lines right before they started rolling the camera to kind of like help Jay along. In fact, Bob was going to be silent throughout the entire movie. But whenever it came to that final scene, Jay couldn't get out all of it. Like he could only deliver like a line or 2 at a time and couldn't really deliver like a running monologue. It wasn't within his wheelhouse. So he steps in as Bob, and he's like, okay, Bob is going to break his silence here, and he'll deliver the other half of the lines. And that's how we ended up with this, what has become like a staple of Bob, is him being quiet until like it's a key moment or like a key piece of information or something like that, and just kind of coming in and dropping the knowledge.
Just like nuggets of truth that he puts out there. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah.
Except in this case, I feel like on the rewatch, where he's like, man, there's a lot of fine looking women out there, but not all of them bring you lasagna. Most of them just cheat on you. Okay. But I'm not entirely sure that Veronica's got the best character of a human being either. Like, not that, Dante is completely, he is not void of innocence. Or guilt or whatever. Yeah, he's completely guilty too.
Hook up, or not Veronica. What was her name?
Caitlin.
Caitlin, yes. Him and Caitlin trying to him trying to rekindle things with Caitlin. For sure. Yeah, he's definitely he's got his moments too. The two of them almost kind of deserve each other in that way, but I don't know. I feel like there's certain things like whenever she's explaining, whenever Willem comes in the first time, and Dante checks him out, and she's like, "Oh, that's Willem," you know. He's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, we call him Snowball." "Oh, why do you call him that?" And then they have this whole conversation. She didn't need to give that information. Like, she could have completely just like said, "That's Willem," and left it at that.
Yeah,
but she threw in the Snowball bit. Like, she was stirring the pot, looking for a little drama there. I think she kind of dug the drama.
Man, that whole thing, like 37.
That too.
It's like, what? And then one of my favorite parts of that is when she comes back in with the lasagna, and Randall's off camera, and you hear him go, you hear him that, then you hear him go, 37. And then Dante's like, "Shut up, Randall."
I'll take care of him. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Well, I had to tell somebody.
You had to tell something, right? You can't just keep that to yourself. That's very much so true. Like, you get something like that, you got to talk about it with somebody. Who are you going to talk about it with?
Well, and
whoever's
that's what
second closest.
That's what I think. That's what, like, you know. So we're doing this. We're talking this movie because we're on our Best Buds summer. That's right. Rewind, and you know, that's what Best Buds do, right? Dante and Randal are best buds, and you talk about everything with your best friend. Like,
I got a little bit of a hot take on this one.
Okay.
I don't think they're the best buds of the film. I think Jay and Silent Bob are the best buds of the film. I feel like Randall and Dante aren't best buds yet. I feel like right now their relationship is almost a relationship of convenience. No pun intended. They are friends together because they've known each other for so long and been through so much. But I don't feel like they're quite at best buds territory yet. Maybe towards the end of the movie, maybe right after the movie. Most likely by the second movie. But I feel like in this movie they're not. I don't know that they're best buds yet. I don't know. Am I wrong? I feel like they're not quite best buds yet.
I disagree. I mean, I think that
all right.
I think that they've known each other forever, and you know, with that, like, you go through a lot. Like, you know, like my best friend growing up. Him and I, like, you know, we're good friends, but then, like, you're with somebody so much, you're going to have, like, squabbles with them. Like, it's just inevitable, you know, whoever you're with. Like, you know, I mean, even, you know, my wife or, you know, my kids, like, you just, if you get two people together, you're going to butt heads at some point over something.
Fair enough. Totally.
And so I think that they're, at this point in the movie, like, they're just kind of in like, Dante's in a funk. And I think Randall's just tired of it. He's like, "Listen, you are just like," well, he even says it in the movie. Like, you are just like, it's all, you know, all your problems are the world's, you know, the world's causing all your problems. Like, you need to take responsibility for yourself. Like, you don't have to be working here. You can just quit, you know? And I think I think it's at that point, like, I think they're best buds, but they just, you know, I think Randall's just tired of hearing Dante just drone on and on about how sorry his life is, and he's like, "Shut up and just wake up and, you know, move on." Which is, I think, what you need sometimes from a friend, absolutely. You know. Yeah. So, and I think
that's
in this instance,
for sure.
I think in this instance, like, Dante needed that, and clearly at the end of the movie, he's thinking differently than he was, you know. So I don't know,
hopefully.
Well, yeah. I mean, him and Veronica don't work out because we don't see her in Clerks 2, but
no.
yeah. Which, I knew that wasn't going to work out anyway.
No, yeah. I mean, at the end of the movie, they're not together at the end of the movie, I don't think, are they?
Well, they had a fight.
Yeah.
Because he
but it's implied.
Yeah, and he's like, "Well, I'm going to go patch this up." And I'm like,
yeah, that's what it was.
You're not patching this. I mean, you
They probably had another couple months at it, but something else came up and drove them apart, I'm sure.
Probably Caitlin again.
Maybe, yeah. Or whoever he ended up with at the beginning of the second one.
Oh, yeah.
I forget who she was.
I don't remember. It's been a while.
Yeah. But he was with somebody else at the beginning of the second one. Yeah. No, okay, that's fine. Yeah, we can agree to disagree.
That's fine. Yeah.
So
here's our
arguments. Yeah, right. the 3 versus 37 thing, that was always a debate with us whenever watching this movie.
Yes.
What number is the true number? How do you count it? And all that other stuff. That got debated amongst us. That was up there with, Ross and Rachel, were they or weren't they on a break? I mean, 3 versus 37, like that's an important thing to it's important in your relationships to understand what is viewed in that way. Like, how are they a 3 person or are they a 37 person? And I feel like that's something we learned with this movie is how important that nuance is. To clarify, we're gonna leave it there.
It's so like she is just so nonchalant, like 36.
Yeah,
and
including me.
You're like, what? Like, what? Like, to me, anything that goes on in that area
should 37.
Well, should count with the 3. Yeah, like it's not just 3; it's the 37. I agree. With
That's
Dante
right.
On this, yeah.
And I feel like this divide firmly comes down more between men and women than it does between men and other men. Most men tend to agree with Dante, and more often when people are agreeing with Veronica, I find it's a woman. And no, do with that what you will.
Yeah.
That's just been my experience. But now that and like the whole Empire versus Jedi thing, like who had the better ending? Was it Empire or Jedi? What do you think? Who had the better ending? Empire or Jedi?
Empire had the better ending.
Empire?
I think it had the better. It didn't have the happy ending.
Yeah.
But it left you wanting more. Where, I mean, I shouldn't say that because I mean, long after Return of the Jedi, people were writing books and everything to expand that universe. So, yeah, I guess that left everybody wanting more. I don't know. I like the happy endings too. So,
I agree. Empire had the better ending for sure. Yeah. And it's nothing to do with like it was sadder or leaving you wanting more. I just feel like it had a better ending. Like, I don't know. It just felt better as an ending to a film. Well, I don't know how else to explain it.
I think that endings are so hard. Like, especially movies are a little bit different. But like, I don't know how often my wife and I have watched a television series and it's really good until the end, and we're both like, almost always like, I don't like the way that ended.
They should have ended it 6 episodes ago.
Yeah, it's so hard to stick the landing on stuff, I think. But so I got a question for you.
Sure.
So when Randall first shows up to the movie store, the video store,
easy $20.
Easy. Do you think he took the $20?
Oh, absolutely.
You do?
100%.
Because he just opens the door for, and like he looks very like, as he opens the door up for it, to me, like he looks very friendly. Like he's just like, I got you. Yeah, I don't know. You never actually see him take the $20.
No, I know. Randall did. Randall took the $20, and him opening that door. That wasn't him saying, "Hey, come on in, rent a movie." That was him saying,
"Yeah,
you know what you did. You know what you did. Come on, let's go."
Yeah.
You know, he enjoyed that to.
Oh yeah.
The nth degree, and that $20 was probably the money that he took and he rented movies from the other video store with.
Yeah, which I mean, that was a nice video store. The other one was. Yes, it's like a family video or something. You walk in, and it's just whoa, what's going on?
Little Movie Magic. That was the back end of RSTV.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah, they just cleaned it up and lit it really well.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
So yeah, because I mean, you never really see much back into the video store. You just kind of see behind the counter and you see like the front rack. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's all the stuff that was in the background that we just didn't see.
Okay.
But yeah, because I mean, really, you think about it, like they didn't show much of that video store. So like, if you're watching the movie, you're thinking, oh, it's just like a little room with like, some videos around the wall. Yep. They probably don't have a whole lot. But yeah, it kind of goes back in there. There's videos
cheaper.
In fact, like that and the quick stop are still there. Like if you feel like it, yeah, you can go into Jersey, and you can find the quick stop. It's still there. It's still operating as a convenience store. But they also sell like, Jay and Silent Bob have their own secret stash merch that they would have been selling out front that is now sold legally inside, as well as T-shirts from Clerks and like other merchandise they sell there as well. But I think I don't know 100%, but I think Kevin Smith might own it. I'm not 100% on that though.
Well, I know he was working there like during the filming and everything. Like he worked at that convenience store, and that's how they were able to use it. And then the whole thing, like with the shutters not opening up, like that was written in just because they had to shoot at night, and so you wouldn't see out, which I think is great. I think that's just like that's a great way to fix that problem. Like somebody slammed gum in the locks. I can't get that. Yeah.
It was a true story. It's something that actually happened to him quite often. Yeah. So he was able to write it in as like, this is how we can get around shooting at night. Yeah.
Yep.
Which is just a great, like, it's another like brilliant little like filmmaker thing that he does, where you're like, oh yeah, that's like a good way to kind of like to dodge that. Like then, but you'll see it like every once in a while. They'd be shooting it, and you can kind of see like, oh, there's no light coming through where there was light coming through at the parts where they actually shot during the day, because there were some spots where like people were coming in and they'd have to shoot that during the day. But stuff like that. But yeah, he was working at the convenience store. He'd open up the convenience store every morning at like 6 a.m. till 11. He'd run the convenience store, and then at 11 o'clock, everybody would come over and they'd start shooting the film until like 4 a.m. And then he'd get a couple hours of sleep and do it all over again. And it was like 21 days in a row or something like that to film it. And I'm like, oh my God, that sounds exhausting. But whenever you're in your mid-20s, you could probably get away with it.
It's nothing. You can handle it. Yeah.
Right? Definitely could not do that today.
No, absolutely not. I mean, these last couple days, I've been having trouble sleeping, and like I've gotten like 6 hours of sleep at night, like each night. 6. Like, 6. Yeah, I'm like, oh man, like I can't even function.
I would agree. I do the same thing. Like if I don't go to bed at around the same time and get up around the same time, it affects me now. It's weird. Like I used to be able to just sleep anytime, anywhere, and be fine. Now it's like I got to get sleep between like midnight and like 7 a.m. That's my core hours. Like I get those in. Yeah. And as long as I get those in, I'm okay. But couldn't do. Although to be fair, I don't think I've ever been able to do just like 2 hours of sleep more than like one night in a row and be okay.
Yeah.
Like, that's definitely like a one and done.
Yeah.
I can't imagine doing it for 21 days.
Yeah. But look what he got at the end of it,
Yeah.
So
that is true. Well, so we talked about the first time seeing this. Oh, how's about this one? Favorite quote. What do you got for that?
37. Maybe. But I did write this down. I like when there's that guy that comes into the video store. I don't know, he's arguing with Randal. What's he say? He says, I wrote it down. What is that? Resting his eyes like some air traffic controller.
Actually, that's his night job.
Yeah. it's just so funny. Like saying it right now for the podcast doesn't really have a lot of humor, but like if you have context and like watch that scene and everything leading up to it, it's great. It's great.
Yeah. Like that guy was really invested in like, why? Like, what do you care if he's asleep? Like if you're able to go in and rent your video,
Yeah.
Like, who cares, like, what his state is behind the counter? But it's funny how there's those people that are just, like, so concerned with the state of other people that have no effect on their lives whatsoever.
I know.
Like, just let them be. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
Like, they're not hurting anybody. They're not doing anything. Like, they may be annoying. They may be, you know, like, not doing what you would do, but they're fine. Like, whatever. It's causing you more grief to concern yourself with it than to just be like, whatever, and move on with your day. I don't know. That's, but yeah.
No, I agree.
That was pretty funny. I would agree.
What about
I
you?
liked, this job would be great if it weren't for the customers. That was probably, that just like summed up the movie as a whole, and it's probably one of my favorite lines.
Yeah.
So one of those lines that, like, you know, at this time, you know, I was working at Target, and this was something that we would say all the time to ourselves. You know, this job would be great if it weren't for all the customers.
Yep.
I
felt the same way. I worked at the grocery store for several years, and if you have ever worked in retail, you get it. Like, you get what they're saying. And I think working in retail helps me relate with this movie more, because it's like, oh, I've seen this customer. Like, this customer, oh yeah, like I hate this guy that comes in. You know, it's like you've been there. You know exactly what Dante and Randal are going through, and you know why. Like, Randal just doesn't give a crap,
doesn't care
anymore. Yeah. Because it's like, you know, if you're working around people that, like, you're trying to, you are providing a service to somebody, and they're coming in and just tearing you down, just treating you like crap day in and day out, you're going to get to the point where I just don't care anymore. I don't care if you get what you want or not. Like, you're not going to come in here and treat me like this. Right. So with that, I guess I would say I relate more to Randal than I do to Dante, which
I think most people do.
You know, as a youth, when I was, you know, in high school watching this, I think I related more to Dante, because, you know, he's kind of the edgy, just kind of like
the lament,
mopey,
is what it was.
Yeah. But
it's a teen angst.
Randall's like, just didn't even care. Which was based on his friend Kevin Smith's friend Brian Johnson. And which, if you've seen Comic Book Man or seen anything with Brian Johnson, like interviews or whatever, like, you're like, oh yeah, I can totally see this.
Yeah, I think you've touched on it. That's what the genius of this movie is. Most people, I would say, probably, like, unless you were born into money, 90% of us have worked a job customer facing and had to deal with customers, and you've experienced at least one of these customers in some way. I don't know how true that stands today as far as, like, the specifics, but the attitude and the I think the attitude of the customer and what the underlying sentiment that they're after resonates with anybody who's had a customer facing job now. And I think for us, people of a certain generation, more specifically, you can relate to, or I should say, you can relate to them more specifically, like the exact things, like, hey, where is this thing that I'm standing right in front of? Oh, it's behind me. Things like that. Like, I don't know how many times I answered questions about, like, where things were whenever people were right next to it, or people would ask for things that, like, we clearly didn't keep in stock. Yeah. But, you know, you're asking about it anyway? Sure. Maybe I'll send you on a random errand or something. But, I think you touched on it right there. That's the genius of it, is that it resonates with most of us to that extent.
It's a slice of life movie. It is.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So they got, like, have you ever seen the Clerks animated series?
No.
They did?
I know it exists. Never watched it.
It's a treat.
Okay.
They did it on ABC. Ran for, like, I don't know, I think like 12 episodes or something like that. They're on DVD. I'm pretty sure they're probably on, like, YouTube somewhere. They are a little odd at times, because it's like an animated version of Clerks, so it gets a little wackier. Yeah, for sure. if you are in an altered state of mind, they are thoroughly more enjoyable. But of not, they're still fun for like filling in some gaps and stuff like that. I think they're based on like, if you ever read the comic series they did for Clerks, it's based on those, I believe.
Okay.
But so whenever they did the 10th anniversary of the film, DVD release for Clerks, they used the same studio and art style and animated the funeral scene that they had to cut out and included that. So if you ever wondered, you can check that out. It's on YouTube. You can check it out. It's great. It's funny. It fills in a lot of gaps. I'm disappointed that they weren't able to do it, but fun. They said that like they had to cut the scene because it required like another location that they couldn't afford to rent, and a whole cast and like all this other stuff that they were just like, this just blows out our budget. So yeah. Which they did a good job of kind of like, you see them go in, kind of do some exteriors, and then they fill in the gaps with dialogue, and it works.
You hear the casket fall, like so you kind of get one.
But yeah, the animated one, if you ever get a chance, check it on YouTube. It's fun. It's funny, and it's great. At least that. It's like 10 minutes. But, I just thought I'd throw that out there. Yeah. If you want a little more.
Yeah. Now that you mention that, I seem to remember hearing about that, but I've never seen it. And honestly, I wouldn't have remembered it if you hadn't jogged my memory on it. So thanks for that. Caitlin hooking up with the dead guy.
Oh man. I still like to this day, I see that scene and I'm like, how did she not know? But I don't know. I guess
it's dark.
Like, it's dark.
Lights don't work after 5 o'clock.
Yeah, but he's not moving. He's not doing anything. Like he's not even like holding on to her in any kind of like. So he just like arms back, and she's okay with this. Like I don't get it. It's weird. And like she didn't notice that he was a little heavier set, and like kind of saggy and bald. I don't know.
Just everything with that. Like you forget. If you're watching this for the first time, you forget about that guy because you just assume that he's like, he's left. Yeah. him like coming up to Dante and he's like, can I use a man? Like just really.
You got to roll the toilet paper.
Conniving his way into like using the bathroom. Can I get that magazine? How about that? How about that one up top there?
They're bigger.
When I'd forgotten about it watching this for a second, not a second time, but watching it on rewatch until Caitlin comes out and she's, got her tie kind of, and I was like, oh, I forgot about this. And Dante's reaction is like, and Randall's too. I think Randall's is hilarious. Dante's like, somebody call the police. Like somebody assaulted Kaylee, or Katie, and Randall's like a dead guy. Like how did?
I don't know if he assaulted her. She did most of the work.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is just like a complete Randall thing to say for sure.
Yes. Oh man. Oh, that scene just.
Yeah, that one definitely. And then like they wheel him out.
Yeah,
it's this little pup tent.
So bad.
It's that high school humor that just never gets old.
It is. Yeah, I can stay that way for up to 5 or 6 hours after somebody dies.
Which I think that girl has the worst performance in the entire thing. If I could recast anybody, it would be her. That one kills me. So the whole time she's just like talking like really fast and writing twice as fast as she's talking. Like clearly just like scribbling nonsense onto a pad.
Yeah.
That's if I could recast anybody, I would want to recast her. That one always bugs me, but it's overshadowed by the hilarity of the scene. Anyway,
the whole scene. I mean,
which they put him in the back of the ambulance, and then they put Caitlin in the back of the ambulance with him. We couldn't have got a second ride for her. Like she's got a ride with this guy. Oh
and then
man,
was it Willem that like
he climbs in the back
into,
too.
so weird. Like, what? Who is this guy? And how did Veronica get with this guy? Which,
Yeah,
you know,
her and a friend.
That's her character, I guess.
Yes, this is true.
So, I mean, 37. So there you go.
At least he wasn't 37.
Yes. Can you imagine? Keep coming back to that. The awkwardness of like being in the convenience store and buying something when they're having that argument.
Oh yeah, or any of the arguments really.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Or the guy that comes up to the counter and is checking out, and he's like, to the guy, he's like, can you believe 37? My girlfriend, 37. And he's like, in a row?
In a row, yeah.
Which just, that was the icing on the cake for sure.
In a row. Oh, man. Yeah, this is... What were you going to say?
No, that was... Yeah.
Yeah.
I like, so I'm going to roll it back to the beginning here. We see Dante, he falls out of the closet for whatever reason, which is still like, I don't completely understand. I guess like he fell asleep in the closet. I don't know. The bed's right there.
I'm assuming he was like drinking or something.
Must have been.
And,
right.
Yeah.
Something.
I mean, how else are you going to end up in a closet? I don't know.
I think it was explained in something else. I want to say I heard an explanation somewhere that made sense, but I can't. I've been racking my brain all week trying to think of it. I can't recall. But I just like his whole like getting ready sequence is just such a. It's like it's not visceral, but it epitomizes for me this image of this early mid 90s style that I remember seeing a lot. And it's these combat boots with the slacks tucked into them, like baggy slacks tucked into them, and like the unbuttoned, like dark button down shirt with a white undershirt.
Yep.
That is, I saw that everywhere. And it was just, it was a look that like, it belongs there, but it's like, it's a perfect look for him. And, yeah, I knew that guy. Like I'd seen that guy around.
Yeah.
I was friends with this guy. Like it's just like, I don't know. That look just like solidifies that this is like mid 90s. And, I love it. It's just a great little like capture of that moment, if you will. That and the soundtrack. The soundtrack is it's short, it's sweet, but it's fantastic. You've got this like early 90s grunge thing happening with like Alice in Chains, Jesus Lizard, Bad Religion, Soul Asylum, and I think even Stabbing Westward made an appearance in like one song, like briefly. But like, man, like I'm watching the movie and these songs like start playing and I'm like, oh yeah, that's like a great song. I forgot about that song. I forgot about Jesus Lizard. I forgot about Bad Religion. And then like this movie just kind of like brings me back to all that. And Soul Asylum, man. I don't know how, but it makes me want to go down a whole like 90s grunge playlist every time I watch this movie, especially like with when that Soul Asylum kicks in at the end. I'm just like, let's go.
Well, and then there's a cover of Fleetwood Mac's "Go Your Own Way." That's I don't remember who it is. It's not the Fleetwood Mac version because it's like more grungy. But
yeah, it's probably Jesus Lizard or Bad Religion.
Okay, like I gotta listen to that because I love Fleetwood Mac. But that's just a really good. It sounded from what I heard, sounded like a really good cover of it. But, yeah, no, I agree with you. Yeah, it's in there. It's in there just enough that it's not. It doesn't overstay its welcome, and it fits every scene that there's music in. It fits with the scene.
Yeah, I would agree 100%. That's the thing. These movies, like sometimes they just like they do this really good job of capturing a moment, and I feel like this kind of did a really good job of capturing that moment. I don't know if all these bands are originated from the tri-state area. or if it was just popular at the time. I was 13 when this came out.
Yeah.
I wasn't listening to any of this at the time. This is all stuff that I discovered right around the same time that I discovered Clerks. Like, it was all kind of like a Clerks and like grunge music and like, flannels and like all these things were like this little like care package that the kids that were a few years older than us seemed to like hand off as they left high school. They were like, hey, here you go, freshman or whatever.
Yep.
Here's all this, like, these cultural touchstones that you're going to be hearkening back to for 20 years, 40 years. Here you go. And then it was like a little, like, Pandora's box of 90s awesomeness that this was part of. And, it's just like, it just does a really good job of just capturing it from so many different angles, like style and music and, film and all that. And, the way they talk about like other films and lament on all these different things. Like they reference so many other movies. What was probably like your favorite reference that they made to another movie, throughout the whole thing? If you could think of one.
It's the Star Wars stuff. I just like hearing that because they go back to it in Clerks 2. I haven't watched Clerks 3. Maybe they do it in Clerks 3 as well. But I don't know. I like because I've had that conversation. Like, which one's better? I had maybe not that specific conversation with the ending, but like, which one's better? A New Hope, Empire, or Jedi? And
that's one that we, anybody who enjoyed those films was going to have that conversation. That's the conversation to have about those films. And it's not one that you have just once. It's one that you debate endlessly over years, or, you revisit, and like your opinions change on it sometimes. Yeah. And like your friends hold you against your opinion changing because you said it one way one time, and you can't go back on it now. But no, we can, because, we've experienced all these new things now. But they had a lot of great ones throughout the whole movie, I thought. Like
what was yours?
I think for me, it was Randall walking to the video store for the first time, and that guy, your favorite guy, talking about, he was over there sleeping, he had his eyes closed. He's coming back. He's like, have you seen a pair of keys around here anywhere? And he goes, no time for love, Dr. Jones. And he walks on by. That was probably one of my favorites. It's just like, and it's one of those things where it's like, I almost forget that it's a reference. Cause it sits in so perfectly. I just forget about that. I gotta know though. So the Chewy's gum has this representative. This his job is to go around to different convenience stores and convince people not to smoke, but to pick up 5 packs of gum instead.
It's gotta be.
These packs of gum are like 50 cents a piece.
Yeah.
How much are they paying this guy to go around and hawk gum for 50 cents for he's there for like an hour giving this whole like lecture and this spiel. At best case, he sells like $4 worth of gum. It just seems like the biggest waste of time.
Yep. I don't know. I the way he gets everybody riled up, and then like they're mad at Dante. Like, it's Dante's fault that this convenience store sells cigarettes. Like, what? It's like, he just works here. He's not even supposed to be there that day. Like, it's just.
And then one guy comes up at the end and he's like, pack of smokes.
Pack of smokes, yeah. Everybody that goes there buys cigarettes. I need cigarettes.
Yeah.
I need cigarettes.
Cigarettes and coffee. Yeah.
That like 8-year-old goes and buys when Randall's not even paying attention. He just sells.
It's a 3-year-old. I thought like, they said she was.
I'd be like, this. Like, if I was Dante, like, this fine is yours. Like, I know he says that, like, it's you that did it. I'd be like, that's your $500, because $500 back in '94.
That's a lot. Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
That's a significant stake in an independent movie, apparently.
Oh my gosh! and when that guy, like, how is he getting away with this? How is that guy saying this cannot be contested in any court? Like, so anybody can just say, oh yeah, he sold my kid cigarettes, and there's like there's nothing, like no questioning, no nothing. Like, oh, we're gonna go write him a fine.
I had the same question. Like, how did he get there so fast?
Yeah.
And there's no investigation. There's no verification. Like, that's probably my only qualm that I've had with this movie is like that comes on a little fast. But
Mm-hmm.
for the sake of storytelling,
Yeah.
fine. Like, they're doing that. Although I feel like they could have done something else. Like, he could have gotten in trouble for something else. Although, the whole, like, selling cigarettes to minors, I feel like it would have been more than just, like, especially, like, a 4-year-old. It would have been more than just, like, a slap on the wrist fine. I think they would have shut him down.
Yeah.
I don't think it would have been just, like, a fine. They would have been in some serious trouble.
I mean, I think it would have worked better if they would have had, like, a younger boy come in and he, like, convinces him to sell him, like,
a
dirty
like
magazine or something. Yeah. And they're like, you sold it. Then I could see, like, a fine on that. Like, we're not going to shut you down, but, like, he sold a 10-year-old a dirty magazine. Like,
right.
You can't be doing that.
It's got, like, their logo on it or something like that.
Yeah.
Like a receipt sticker or sticker or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But, no. It's probably my only qualm throughout the whole thing.
Same. Yeah.
Well, I think I've about exhausted most of my talking points here. You got any more talking points you want to talk about?
No, I don't. I love this movie. It's fun. It's a fun rewatch, and I want to watch it again now. And I want to go back and watch Clerks 2. And then subsequently, I think I'll watch Clerks 3 at some point. I need to see it just to watch it. Yeah,
I watched it this weekend with this, and it's good. It was better than I expected. It's a little sad, but it's good. It's good. But yeah, the three of them together. So it's a pretty good. It's a pretty solid trilogy.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go back and watch the second one, but I think I'm gonna wait until we watch it next year. Great movie. So I got a couple more points. So I'm just gonna bring up some little talking points.
Bring them up.
An alternate ending was shot for this movie. Do you know about this?
Dante dies. Is that right?
That's right. Like there was going to be a robbery, and he gets shot in the chest, and that was going to be the end of the film.
What a terrible ending.
Yeah, it would have been awful, right? You wouldn't have 2 and 3 then. But yeah, that was the original ending. Was he was going to get shot and killed, which most people know about. It's out there. You can watch it on YouTube, I think. I've seen it. It's okay. Yeah, it's a downer. It's not the best way to end the film, I think. And it was just because like he couldn't figure out how to end the film. But I feel like the ending he came to, that's a pretty good ending. Like especially for like you said, a slice of life movie. Like life doesn't like your day to day. It doesn't end in like a cinematic way. You just kind of go into like the next day.
Yep.
The day just kind of ends, and it's perfect. I feel like that is a better ending for most movies, for it to just kind of end than to try and do something big to go out on. Because
I agree.
You do something big to go out on, you're most likely going to fail. And it's just not going to, or it's not going to live up for years on end. It's something that's going to get old. But if it just kind of like rolls out, like it just ends, that works.
Well,
that works.
It would have been a worse ending, like a bad ending even, I think, if him and Veronica just got back together and then they're like, let's go grab a bite to eat or something while he's closing up. Like, I don't know, like just here's a happy ending. Like nothing,
leave it a little ambiguous.
And then we kind of get a little bit of a happy ending with like, him and Randall are like, hey, what are you doing tomorrow night? You want to grab a bite to eat or something? Like, oh yeah. But
wrangle out
it's
from
not
wrangle
like,
out.
Yeah. It's not like a I don't know, a fairy tale ending, or whatever, where it's just like everything's neatly tied up in a bow. Like there's still like, oh, what's going to happen with Veronica? And like, is he going to keep working here? And
that's kind of where your imagination gets to fill in the gaps, and you get to end the story or continue the story in your head, like, oh, where these characters are at and everything, if you care to, or just it ends and we all go about our days.
Yep,
for sure. Yeah, I would agree. Yep. Well, I made the point, but yeah,
I agree with that point. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So one more thing.
Yeah.
Brian O'Halloran plays Dante Hicks.
Dante.
Do you watch game shows?
No, not really.
Okay. So there's one that's on right now. Like it's between seasons, but it's running. It's a current show. It's called The Floor, and it's like 100 contestants are out on this floor, and they're all on like 100 different squares, and they each have their own topic of knowledge. So let's say like comic book movies or 18th century history or whatever. Like they have a set of knowledge that their square is assigned to that they know. And so it starts by randomly picking two people. They come up, and the first person that gets picked, or it randomly picks one person, sorry. And that person comes up, and they can pick any of the squares that their square is touching to challenge. And so then they have to go up against that person's knowledge set. So like, they're like, oh, the person next to me has Star Wars. I know Star Wars, so I'm going to take them on. And then they just do like a quick, like, they each have like a countdown clock of like 20 seconds or something like that to answer questions. And it'll present questions rapid fire back and forth. And like, however long it takes you to answer that question is how much time gets eaten off of yours. And the first person to run out of time loses. So it's kind of like a back-to-back thing. And then whenever you meet the person, you take over their square. And this goes round and round and round until the entire floor belongs to one person who wins the game, and they win the big cash prize and all that. Anyways, all that to say, he was on the show this last season as one of the contestants, and he went pretty far. He won like $100,000 or something like that playing this game. And I think his first category that he started out with was like movie directors or something like that. It was something about movies. It was very fitting, and it was great. Like they would talk about like his history with movies and like being in like a really popular one and all this other stuff, but it was like they wouldn't like directly reference
say what it was.
So it was like very like tongue-in-cheek, I guess. But it was, like he popped up on there and I was like, oh, it's Brian O'Halloran from Clerks. And like my whole thing was like, who? And I was like, yeah, never mind. And my wife was like, oh yeah, okay, I kind of see it now. I'm like, yeah. It was just for me to enjoy, but I thought it was fun.
It was the entire episode. They shot that just for Deric Jennings.
Several episodes. He lasted like most of the season.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Anyways, that was fun. If you ever get the chance, check out the floor. Go back and watch this last season. You can see him on there, taking on other people in their trivia. It was interesting, like the things that like he was able to like keep up with. But that's all I got. I'm gonna close it out on Clerks because we've been here for a while, and I think we're at a good stopping point. I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. Thanks for picking this movie. Now I'm gonna go back and I want to go down each one of these movies. I'm like, I need to go down like 5 different roads now. I know. This is another one that's opened up 5 more roads for me to go down. So here we are.
Here we are. So, I don't have any gum under the seat. If you got any comments, you got anything you want to talk to us about, or what do you think about Clerks? Let us know in the comments.
Anywhere and everywhere.
And we do live. we'll take your questions live or your comments or whatever. So if you're listening,
check us out on YouTube.
Yep. Check us out on YouTube, and
this podcast takes tokens.
Yep.
This podcast takes questions too.
It does. Yeah.
Episode description has the email if you're looking for that.
Yep.
I got some stale popcorn. Do you got any stale popcorn?
Okay, yes, I do have one little stale popcorn thing.
All right. Yeah. This one isn't so much a stale popcorn as it is something that I thought was interesting. And I'm just curious your take on it. I love movie trailers almost more than movies. I love watching the trailers for movies. I just find them to be fun and interesting, especially like I shared one with you a couple weeks back that was quite interesting. What was it called? Twinkle Toes or Tippy Toes or something like that. If you get the chance, check out Tip Toes. Just the trailer is amazing. I can't believe this got made.
We may have to, at some point, maybe for an April Fool's joke. We'll have to do.
That'll be a good April Fool's one. I like it.
Yes.
Okay. So in that same vein,
interesting.
That's what I love about the trailer. I get to kind of like see this, like what the movie's about without actually having to invest an hour and a half, 2 hours into a movie.
Yeah.
So I love trailers. I can sit down and watch trailers all day. I saw one the other day called Guns Up, and it stars Kevin James and Christina Ricci. Kevin James is like an action star in this movie, and Christina Ricci is his wife. I don't know that I would have ever picked Kevin James for an action star. Yeah. It's bizarre. Have you seen this? Am I alone in this? Okay.
I've not seen it.
Yeah, so it's interesting. If it's streaming somewhere, maybe I'll watch it for sure. But it piqued my interest. Christina Ricci and Kevin James playing romantic partners too, which was another odd couple for me. Yeah. Guns Up, action movie. Kevin James, action star.
Interesting. Check out the trailer. Yeah.
But what you got? Still popcorn?
Yeah. So I was actually. I thought about it today. I was listening to our Wedding Crashers episode. I kind of like to go over and proof them. And the question that you had asked was superheroes. Like, what's the best and worst superhero power? And something that I had not thought about, and you said it could be one of the same.
Oh, yeah.
An empath. It had to be if everybody else in the world has superpowers, but like you could get some awesome powers, or you could get like the explode once and you die.
Never to be. Well, what if you did? What if because you can empath? What if you empath the explode once and die guy and like Wolverine's healing factor at the same time? Could you merge the two of them?
I guess. I don't know.
I'd be curious how that works. Yeah. I suppose you would. I would hope you would know. That might be a big risky one.
But empath,
that's a good one.
I thought that'd be.
I like that.
That's all I got.
Sounds great. With that, I got just the retro ramble for you, and then we can put this one to bed.
Yeah.
Retro ramble for you for next week. This might be a little rambly, so try and stick with me here.
Okay.
I'm going to really retro ramble on this one.
Mm-hmm.
A song you don't. Let me start. A song you don't have on a lot of playlists. What is a song you don't have on a lot of playlists and is often forgotten about, but when you hear it in the wild, it reminds you of how great that song or artist is? Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
I was going for something.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't. It took me all day to articulate that as best I could.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, oftentimes I'm walking around and I'll hear a song like playing on the radio, or like I'll do like a radio playlist and like a random song will come up and I'll be like, oh my gosh, I haven't heard this before, or I forgot that this band existed, or how great they were, how many songs they had, or that like this song in particular like was so great. Like one hit wonders are big examples of that. So yeah, let me rephrase or reiterate. What is a song that you don't have on a lot of playlists and you often forget about, but when you hear it, it reminds you of what a great song it is?
Yep.
So I'm asking you to remember something that you've forgotten. Hopefully that's not difficult.
You get a week to remember it.
Yes. Hopefully inspiration will strike naturally.
Yes. Hopefully so. Yep.
And with that, we're going to leave you guys. That was Clerks on This Podcast Takes Tokens. This podcast takes tokens. We had a lot of fun with it. We hope you did too.
Yes.
Be sure to send us those questions. Email us. Send us in the comments. We'll see y'all around. Until next time, be kind to rewind.
I'm not even supposed to be here today. This Podcast Takes Tokens is a Clay Street production.